everybody. How are we doing? How's everything? How's your week coming up? I trust that the Lord has kept you and that the Lord continues to sustain you. Well, I'm doing great. The Lord has been faithful to me and I am grateful. Well, I'm very sure most of us, if not all of us, have dreams. You dream to go to a particular country for a visit or even just to study or do whatever it is. There is this dream house you've always wanted or a dream car. There's that position at your workplace that you've always desired to ascend to. And there's a whole lot of things you'd like to have. And the list is nearly endless. You all can agree with me. There's so much you'll dream of. But I have a question for you today. What are you doing with what God has placed in your hands? What are you doing to perfect it as you await on God, on the great things that God is preparing for you? But because you can be sure that God is preparing something even greater for you because you're His child and He cares so much about you. So, what are you doing meanwhile? Well, let me use an example of a house. There's that dream house you'd like to have someday. But meanwhile, God has blessed you with that space, that tiny space. It might be a bed sitter or one room. What are you doing with it? How well are you maintaining it? Many of us just stay in and I'm very sorry to say this, but it's the truth. We are okay staying in unkempt places. You see, your laundry is hardly done, your dishes are all over, they're ever piling, your house is untidy, we can see cockroaches, going through everywhere. You're okay just staying in such an environment, and you keep dreaming that there's a day that the Lord is gonna bless you with something unique, something fancy and cute. Says it's not gonna happen because you have to first take care of what God has already placed in your hands so that He will be confident enough to bless you with something even greater. So the Bible says in Luke 16 verse 10 that he who is faithful in a little is also faithful in much. He who is dishonest and unjust in a little is dishonest and unjust in much. It's just how it is. If you can't maintain what God has already placed in your hands, what in the world makes you think that He's gonna bless you with something very huge, with something greater? Because it takes huge responsibility to maintain even the greater things that He's bringing forth to you. So, what are you doing to take care of what is already placed there for you? There's this job you're at, and probably you're just a secretary or a cleaner in that company. How well are you doing your job? How well are you cleaning that place? So that even as you say that there's a company you want to start up of your own, or you want probably to climb up to the position of a CEO, how is God going to ascend you to that position if you as a cleaner, you as a janitor, are not really taking the job that He has blessed you with very seriously? You're not cleaning to the best of your capacity. You're just doing it haphazardly just to pass days. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You have to be faithful in a little so that even when much comes your way, you'll be able to be faithful in that much. God will be able to entrust you in the much that you desire to have because He has seen and He has attested that, oh, my son, my child can be able to take care of this little that I've blessed him with, so I can very much confidently bless them with even this much. So let us be faithful in the little that God has placed in our hands, so that as we are waiting on Him to bless us with the much that He's preparing, it may be so easier for us to take care of those things. God bless you, God keep you, and God abundantly preserve you. You're blessed.